Houston here, co-founder of MarketClub with your 1 p.m. market update for Thursday, the 15th of September. So we're about halfway through the month. A rogue trader loses $2 billion for UPS? Are you kidding me? Here's a major bank that wants your money, and this one guy blows $2 billion. Where was the supervision? Where were the risk controls for that bank? All I can tell you this is where I trade, you would never get away with that kind of economic garbage. I guess the question is, who was minding the store when all has happened? The next question would be, is this the tip of the iceberg? This huge loss of $2 billion, however, is a minuscule amount compared to the losses the banks have on their books with foreclosures and subprime mortgages. Well, it would seem that this is the week for losses. A company named Solyndra that was backed by the current administration to the tune of $523 million just declared bankruptcy, 12 months after they were given the government loan. That equates to a burn rate of over $40 million a month. Heck, that's faster than more than the dot-com companies were burning through at the height of the dot-com experience in 2000. Does anybody really think that the problems with Greece are over? None of the politicians will ever have the courage to admit that they are up the creek without a paddle. The answer, it would seem, for every politician is tax, tax, and tax more. Well, in the case of Greece, we are going to see people leave the country that have wealth, and taxes don't solve problems. People and businesses, entrepreneurs solve problems, not government. You know, there's not one government program that I can think of that is, one, efficient and two, successful. All this talk about massive losses and taxes are quite depressing, so let's lighten the mood and go to the 6 major markets we track every day and see how we can create and maintain your wealth in 2011. So here we are, home page. Going to go to the portfolio. We're going to be looking at our first market, and that's going to be the S&P 500, which is up today. It's back up to an area of resistance, and I'm going to put the Donchian trade channels on, and also I'm going to put our parabolics on there. And as you can see, we're just very close to hitting the parabolic to hit this thing off. But generally speaking, it seems to me that we're very close to maybe making some resistance levels to turn this market back down. I could be wrong, but generally speaking, we're in a sideways market. We have been for quite some time. We are not trending up, and we're not trending down. We're sort of in this neutral zone. But providing our long-term monthly trade triangle right here remains negative, we are in the negative mode. This market has got a huge top on it, which took months and months to build, and we're not going to see 1 month's price action suddenly make this market go up. It just doesn't seem to be in the cards this in my book. The 12,000 to 1204 area is resistance. We're currently trading around 1202. And resistance after that is 1222 to 1230, which will be these highs here at the top of the Donchian trading channel. I don't think we're going to see the market get there. It's Friday tomorrow. I think we could see this market potentially go down. We've been up 4 days in a row, and that's a lot for any market. Just like we have 4 days here, market collapsed. We've had 3 days here, the market came down, and we had a mixed bag here. So generally speaking, this is an extension of this market. I think we'll see the market come down with any kind of bad news, and Lord knows there's lots of bad news out there. So let's go to our next market, and that's going to be the silver market. And it's quite easy. Just click on the little triangle here. Takes you to, we love triangles, of course, here at MarketClub. And here's the silver market, weekly, monthly, positive. We've had a big pullback here, and I think we're in a zone right now. If you look at this, hugely oversold, hugely oversold. This is an area much like we were here, and much like we were here. So we're back into an area that should present some good buying opportunities. Now, if you think about this just for a moment, we've got our trade triangles. Let me pull the trade triangles down. We've got our trade triangles monthly, weekly, up, meaning the longer term trend is up. And we're in an area that should provide some great support, which is right here. And I'm going to go to my telestrator and just put this on the screen so you can see. So here we are, oversold, oversold, oversold. Every time we've been down here, like here and here, the market's done well and come back up. So I think we're going to in a similar situation. We're in an oversold condition now. We may have a couple more days like this, but I think eventually we'll have another pop to the upside. Very unusual for this market just to go straight down from where we are right now. You've got a plus 55, which means it's a trading range, and I think that's the most important thing to remember right now. So I think we can see this market pop from current levels, but it needs to do maybe a little bit more configuration, but generally speaking, it's the lower levels oversold. The Donchian trade channel comes in and offers support right around just around the 39 area, just below the 39 area. So I think that's an area that's definitely going to offer some opportunities. So let's go to clear the screen off again, go to our next market, which of course is gold, which everyone has an interest in. And we are going to do that quite easily by clicking the little triangle. Gold, now this is interesting in gold, and I want just to draw this as a plus 55, again, the monthly, weekly, positive. Longer term trend, we talked about this yesterday. Longer term trends in this market are positive, and we want to be a buyer, and I'll show you the reason why. One, we're oversold, heavily oversold. And the other reason is this. And I'm going to get my Fibonacci tool. You've seen me use this before. Just click on the highs here, pull it down. And we're right in an area, the 1780 area is good Fibonacci support. We should be finding support. Now this market has been down really kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. I think there's a chance we'll see this market pop on Friday or certainly Monday when we come in to do business here in the States. So plus 55, it's a trading range, meaning the Donchian trading channels and the Williams percent are, as you can see quite clearly, we're oversold, very heavily oversold, and I think that's going to provide an opportunity to be a buy and to push this market higher. So let's see how that works out, but generally speaking, we want to trade this market favorably from the long side, and that's what we would suggest. So let's go to our next market. Next market is the crude oil market. Again, we're at the top of the Donchian trade channel. The 90 level continues to be resistance, and we sort of chop, 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 chop. Our indicators are mixed, meaning a trading range. We've got a plus 70 score. It's a little bit biased to when you get to plus 70, a little bit biased towards the upside, but we really haven't had a positive close over this area. We're also in an overbought condition. Which means you can see quite here, this is reflective of the market action. Very choppy action, really no trend. I want to give this market some space. Not a strong feeling, but generally speaking, I would probably want to view the monthly as the longer term trades, the longer term trend, excuse me. So let's go to our next market. Now this is one we're very excited about, and that's the dollar index. We've talked about this before, and this is what I want to share with you. And I'm going to go on a see the level here, we'll get down to 76, which is exactly where we broke out. If you remember, we were saying we want to buy a breakout over 76.10, 76. Well, this is the pullback that we were looking for. This is an excellent area. We're 76.32, but 76 right around these areas is an excellent, in my opinion, area to be a buyer here. The market's just come from an overbought condition, and it's still looking good. But the thing I wanted to share with you is this, and I've showed you this before, but I'll show it to you again. And I'll take everything off the screen to make it very clear and simple. And that is, take this, and we'll scope this in, just go out to a little year to date. And you can see this is a pretty massive, I'll put my telestrator on here. This is a pretty massive base. Now this is trading against a basket of currencies, not just the euro, but you can trade against the euro with a ETF called FXE, or you can go into the futures markets and trade euros. But you can see originally that's the breakout point. This is the support area, and this was resistance. Which is now support. Old resistance becomes new support. So I think generally the pullback here I see as being healthy. I would not like to see it go I would not like to see it, for example, come all the way down here. I think that would sort of somehow negate this breakout. But generally speaking, the breakout was good on good volume, and it looks as though we can see this market trade up to the 80 level. That's our target zone. And you can see that takes us back into the beginning of the year, and it would probably put this market just about, I would say, probably 79 to 80, be unchanged for the year. Now remember, all the pundits, everybody's saying the dollar's going down, we don't like the dollar, it's, it's getting killed, blah blah blah. Well, maybe on one or two currencies, but those other currencies, everything was getting killed against those one or two currencies. But the dollar against a basket of currencies is doing well, and I think that we'll see this market close out the week on a more positive note. Again, we're looking at this market to go higher to the 80 level. I think that the problems with the banks, the euro, are still going to be there. They haven't gone away, and they're going to come back and plague the market, and that's going to be positive for this particular market. So you can trade the ETF, FXE, or you can trade the dollar index, the futures. So let's take our next look at the next market and clear this off the screen really. And we're just going to go very simply to the Reuters Jeffries CRB index, or I like to refer to as a CRB index. We were looking for a pullback, of course, and we've seen the pullback. And I'll take the monthlies off here. So I'm going to go to a candlestick chart. I like candlestick charts. I mean, they're really very, very helpful, useful, and I don't know if you use them at all in your own trading, but they're very helpful in determining just visually where the markets are going. Now, again, it's very hard for a market, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very hard for a market to get more than 4 days in a row in one direction, and without some sort of correction. Here's a good example: 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say 5 probably because the market did close higher than the previous day, but certainly 6 negative days. 5 rather negative days, pretty unusual. So we've had 3, it looks like here. Support comes in. We're looking for this market. In fact, we'll just put our Fibonacci in here to give you an idea what we're looking for. And see how easy this is with MarketClub. See, we're looking for the 330 area to the 325 area. So we've got a little bit to go here on the downside. Whether we get there or not remains to be seen, but hey, we certainly enjoy this. Now, the other question I have for you is this, and that's personal coaching. If you go to our blog, you'll see a personal coaching button there. I want you to click that and just see if personal coaching is right for you. It's a free video, explains what it is, and then it's a free consultation if that's something you'd be helpful to you. It's a very important thing to have when you're beginning to trade, or even if you're an experienced trader, is to have someone there that can help you through the steps. So, hey, Adam Hewison, thank you so much for stopping by. Every success. You know how we feel about the markets right now. The trend is your friend. Trade with the trend. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, so stay tuned. Have a great trading day.